The division also fought in Vietnam, the First Iraq War, and Operation Desert Storm, as well as post-9/11 Afghanistan and Iraq. When the 101st was activated in 1942, Major General William C. Lee, its first commander, famously said that the 101st has no history, but it has a rendezvous with destiny. 7 decades later, the 101st is the premier air assault division in the world. My sister Lacey came to Alabama from Phoenix, Arizona, to help me pack my household items, and together we filled my gray Ford Mustang and began the 6-hour trip north to Clarksville, Tennessee, a small Army base town just outside of Fort Campbell. I was glad to have my sister with me for the trip. She had recently applied to the same warrant officer flight program I had just completed and was waiting to hear back from the Army to see if she had been selected. I couldn't wait to leave Alabama. It represented being young and new and inexperienced. It had been a 1.5 years of non-stop training, getting yelled at, struggling, studying, getting knocked down, and getting back up. I was ready to get to Fort Campbell and settle down. I was tired of the constant rat race of training. Life would be simpler once I got to 217 Cav, short for cavalry. We'd all be on the same playing field, and work wouldn't be as hectic or as tough. Or at least that's what I hoped. My new unit, 217 Cav, was a squadron in the 101st Combat Aviation Brigade and had been on the mission in 2003 that killed Saddam Hussein's sons, Uday and Qusay, in Mosul, Iraq. Their mission had also become legendary at Fort Rucker among all of the flight school students. Uday and Qusay had been numbers 2 and 3 on the U.S. Central Command's most wanted list from the Saddam regime. During the operation, the ground commanders for the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division, called in the OH-58 Delta Kiowa Warrior helicopters with their 50 cal machine guns and 2.75 rockets to engage the building in which the Husseins were hiding. The successful operation signaled the beginning of the huge influence that the Kiowa Warrior would have throughout the Iraq War. I was assigned to Alpha Troop, which I immediately dubbed as the best troop in 217 Cav. Alpha Troop was also known as the Annihilators. My hopes for normality went out the window, though. I was not like everyone else. I was a warrant officer junior grade. No one liked the Wojs. We were the new guys. We hadn't proven ourselves yet, which meant we weren't part of the team. We were viewed as annoyances, liabilities, similar to what is also known as an FNG, fucking new guy, and being the only female Woj in our troop meant I got even more scrutiny. Wojs got all of the good jobs, such as cleaning the office and bathroom, sweeping and mopping the floors, taking out the trash, and taking everyone's shit. It was like going back to basic training, Cav style. Oh, and I got to be the fridge bitch, too. That task, reserved for the newest Woj of the troop, was to always ensure that our refrigerator in the office was stocked with every Coke product known to man, and the freezer with every type of frozen pizza, White Castle hamburger, and ice cream bars. It really was the easiest job to have, but also the most demeaning. In the early days, when cavalry soldiers rode into battle on horseback, they wore Stetsons, cowboy hats, which became icons of the cavalry. Today, our horses are Kiowa helicopters. We still honor our roots with a tradition called breaking in your Stetson at hail and farewell banquets, which happen a couple of times a year. This is when officers and NCOs gather to welcome the newbies and say farewell to outgoing members of the troop who are moving to other units. My welcome, hail, and farewell occurred about a month after arriving at 217 Cav. I still didn't really know anyone very well in my troop. They kept me at quite a distance. Partly it was because, until you went through the break-in rituals, you were basically an outcast. At the banquet, the commander of each troop got up and roasted each new person before moving on to the serious goodbyes for the people leaving. "And next we have W1 Amber Smith," my commander said at the podium. "Amber, where are you? Stand up."